last video, you probably put two and two together. I was just kidding. I wasn't serious. But this time I'm serious, and I'm going to call it how it is. Number 10. Just because you don't know him, don't mean he's not number 10. Melvin Manowith. I don't know if you saw his last fight with Mark Hunt, but he dropped Mark Hunt in a couple seconds. Dropped him one punch. That has never been done. And Mark Hunt has actually taken a kick from Marco Crocop to the head and left standing. So that tells you a lot about the power behind the Manowith. Number 10. Number 9. Same thing. Just because you didn't hear about him, don't mean he's not number 9. Yoshihiro Akiyama. Por favor. The reason I'm so favorable to that Akiyama is because he fought open weight, and very few fighters have the balls to fight open weight, and that is deserving of respect. Got a great record. His only 2 losses, actually one was a no contest. It was a legal kick to the head on the ground, and the other loss was to Jerome LeBanner, fucking 6'4", 250. Come on. Number 8, Quentin Rampage Jackson. The reason I got Rampage at number 8 instead of moving up because of his last win is because it was a bad matchup. It didn't exhibit the best of what Rampage has to offer, and everyone says he looking sluggish, this and this. But Keith Jardine is a very awkward fighter, and it's hard to look good against a guy like that unless you Wanderlei Silva and you just throw that motherfucker in the blender. Rampage is at number 8, and number 7 is a very close number 7. Actually, I think it should be a tie for number 8, but I'll give it to him. Rashad Evans. Sugar Titty Rashad Evans. He got an undefeated record. One of my friends said he's the only person that was happy coming out with a draw with that Tito Ortiz. That shows that he probably thought he lost that fight. Number 6. Actually, I don't forgive him for his baby oil incident, and watching the video many a times. That shit don't happen by accident. No matter, I don't care how big a nut hugger you are, you can't okay something like that. Anyone who watches that saw that there was an illegal lubricant put on that George St. Pierre, and people want to say, oh, wasn't that much? It is what it is, and it was. Number 6, George St. Pierre. And if you guys think I'm being tough on George St. Pierre, you should hear what some of the MMA guys have to say, because a lot of them not too happy with that GSP, and they're going to be really pulling for Thiago in this next fight. Number 5, Miguel Torres. You know, I've been overlooking the little guys a lot, and I watched this guy Miguel go at it. If this man was proportioned to about 6 foot 185, he'd probably get that Anderson Silva in a heartbeat. But he is like a 5'5", 135er, and that needs to be respected within his weight class. Miguel Torres, number 5. Number 4, this man get no respect. No respect. Zero respect. He's been applicable for a title shot for the past year and a half now, and he's finally going to get it. And it's kind of sad that Rampage had to have an injury for him to get it. I think he should have deserved it in the first place, and Rampage should have fought the winner. But it happened the right way. Machida at number 4. Lyoto Machida. He like a real life Karate Kid, if you ask me. They did a little tidbit of him on the beach. I'm like, that's a motherfucking Karate Kid grown up with some MMA skills involved. You know, ain't gonna be no people on Halloween chasing him with little skeleton outfits. That's for sure. He gonna kick the shit out of anybody try to do that. Number 3. Another time you guys gonna probably accuse me of overseas nut hugging, but a lot of people don't watch anything but the UFC. And this guy, in his last fight, took on a K1 fighter with K1 rules, and he had an MMA fighter, and he used to MMA rules. This guy's Jagar Musasi, and I forgot to tell you, he knocked out that K1 fighter quite quickly. Jagar Musasi, if you guys don't believe me, look him up, check him out, and then you're gonna come back and just prove me right. So what the fuck is going on? Okay, whatever. Do my laptop overheating or something. Number 2. Dose. As always, Anderson Silva. He really didn't look too good against that Cote, and if he don't look good against Thales Latex, he gonna drop quick. Tell you the truth, I got him at number 2 because of his record and his assault on the UFC to date. But I think if he were to fight that Manowith at number 10, I think Manowith would get him. Manowith, in my eyes, is one of the top 2 stand-up fighters at 185, and the other one being Vitor Belfort. Then if you don't believe me, give it time. Give it time. Vitor gonna be knocking people out at 185. That's a given. That's for sure. Numero uno. Numero uno for the past 3 or 4 years at top 10 pound for pound. Fedor Emelianenko. And I know he didn't dominate that Andre Arlovski. Andre 6'4", 245 pounds solid, with really good hands, and he's fast. It's very hard to pull off a dominating performance against a guy as such. But at the same time, when Fedor looked like he was on the brink of a loss, turned it around in Rocky fashion and came out with the KO. Fedor's number 1, whether you like to admit it or not. Really don't need to elaborate anymore. Check out his last 15 fights. I think he finished 13 of them, and I don't think more than 1 or 2 came out of his first round. Something like that. I can't remember. I'm drinking. But his last 15 fights is total ridiculous domination upon the MMA circuit. That's your proof right there. Go check it out. Don't be hounding me. He number 1.